I'm back with you today to address something that is a beginner idea or a beginner learning tool. And so what I want to talk to you about today is whether your recipe needs to be pressure canned or if it can be water bathed or steam canned. So the first thing that I want to say is that you need to look at your recipe or look at your ingredients. And if your recipe has a large amount of acid in it, I'm going to give you some examples. So if you're canning, let's say for instance, pickles or pickle relish, pickled beets, those things that you're adding cups of vinegar to the recipe, that will equate to 1 teaspoon or more of vinegar per quart of the recipe that you are working on. Another thing that to consider is like your fruits. If you're adding lemon juice or citric acid to your fruits, those are the acidic foods that can be water bathed. Now, other things like your meats, your dry beans, your potatoes, whether they're sweet potatoes or white potatoes, anything that you know it's not an acidic food and there's no acid going into it, those things are the ones that you're going to pressure can. Now, there's some that are right on the border. And I've said this before when I'm canning tomatoes or tomato-based products. Tomatoes are right on the border of being acidic or non-acidic. And this is something you've got to choose for yourself. The latest guidelines for tomatoes is that they are not acidic enough to water bath. So if you want to add a teaspoon of lemon juice or some kind of acid to your tomatoes to make them acidic enough to water bath, like I said, that's up to you. Your kitchen, your rules. Now I'm going to tell you what my rules are for my kitchen. And this is what I've done. I've been canning it's getting probably near 50, between 53 and 54 years now that I've either been canning or helping to do canning in the kitchen. So if I'm canning plain tomatoes, just pressing tomatoes in a jar, the whole tomato, it's, been peeled and cored, but I'm pressing it all into a jar, then I'm going to water bath that, and I do not add acid to it. But if I'm stripping that tomato of all of the seeds and the peels and making juice out of it, I'm going to pressure can that. I've learned that a lot of the acid in tomatoes comes from that jelly-like substance that's around the seeds. And if you're juicing tomatoes, you're going to lose some of that. So that's where I stand on just tomatoes. Now, if I'm making anything that is tomato-based, that I'm going to add onions and peppers and, meat, any other kind of food, if I'm adding anything to those tomatoes, they're going in the pressure canner. So hopefully this will give you a rule of thumb to go by. The other thing that I'm going to tell you, and I have one of these, I should have pulled it out so I could show you, but you can go on Amazon, probably Walmart and some other places, and find either the strips or a digital meter that will show you the acidic volume or quantity of acid in the food that you're canning. That way you'll automatically know if it's acidic enough for you to water bath or pressure can. So I hope this is helpful to you. So before I end this video, let me say this. When you get you a pH meter or the strips, if the pH is 4.6 or lower, then it's an acidic food and is acidic enough to water bath can safely. If it is above 4.6, then I would put it in the pressure canner just to be safe. You don't want to make somebody in your family sick. Okay, so I hope this is a blessing to you. And so until the next time, God bless you.